Yes, sirree, Andy. You are correct, sir. That was Stevie Wonder that I was listening to when you walked in. Inner Visions was the album. Early 70s. I love me some Motown on a Monday. Isn't it like Monday and Motown's just like, it's Monday, it's Motown. It's like peas and carrots, potatoes and gravy, waffles and syrup. I mean, come on, man. Motown? Monday? Man, I'm too high, but I can't touch the sky. It's also, it's got Higher Ground on it. Real good album. Came out when I was in high school. Of course it did. Good morning, everybody. It is November 27th. It's the last week of November, and it's sunny, and again, it's going to be in the 50s all week. Here in central Montana, 50s all week. That's El Nino. That's why we have El Nino. We talked about it before. Mild, I said hot summer, mild winter. So how was your Thanksgiving, Andy? Everybody else? Huh? Too many people? I was fortunate to have no crowds. I just came up here, did some work on my own, watched the Lions game, listened to a lot of music, put some music together. We're thinking of doing some radio programming, music programming, online and on app. So listen to the radio this weekend, Andy. There's no classic rock. If you want to listen to Led Zeppelin or The Doors or Hendrix or anything like that, you got to tune in to Helena, because it's not being played here. The new powers that be that own whatever. So anyway, Andy, it is the Monday. It is the Monday after Thanksgiving, and you know what that means. That's right, it's Cyber Monday. Do we have an echo? Can we do a Monday? And it's like Cyber Monday. Do we go to brunch too? Let's go to brunch and then Cyber Monday. No. Cyber Monday is celebrated now, the Monday after Thanksgiving weekend. We've got, of course, Thanksgiving, okay, a day of giving thanks, and then Black Friday. When Black Friday comes, we're going to wear no shoes, no shirt. We're going to no Steely Dan, okay? But we got Black Friday. And then we got Small Business Saturday. Sundays just, it's like Sundays. Everybody's traveling to get back home so they can go to work. And once they go to work, it's Cyber Monday. Now, how did it come about? I mean, when did Cyber Monday come about? Well, I'm glad you asked, Andy. It was invented in 2005 by a lady called Ellen Davis. And Ellen was the president of the National Retail Foundation. What Ellen discovered was that data had shown that the Monday after Thanksgiving was experiencing, we've been experiencing a higher volume of calls than usual traffic for retail shopping. And that's while individuals were at work. Now, analysts were led to believe that that's analysts believe that that's because the whole weekend consumers had been spent like, shopping and bombarded with ads and window shopping, amongst other things, of the madness of Black Friday. You know all about Black Friday. That's when they, line up in rush stores and have flash mobs. And anyway, so now you got to remember that back in 2000, early 2000s, predominantly most households were using slow internet or even dial-up. We are online. Remember that? Beep, beep. It would just go crazy. But anyway, it was slower than shit. Okay? So they waited till Monday, till they got to work. Okay? And when they got bored, when things got slow, it's the first Monday back since Thanksgiving, nobody really wants to be there. Bingo. They started shopping online. Okay? And that's kind of how it happened. It was created basically as a way to it was a leverage of two different things that were going on. It was like the workplace boredom, okay, and the convenience now of shopping online instead of going to have to go into the store during those, Wild West shootouts on Black Friday. Look, there's a TV. I mean, okay, you think the Who concert where people got trampled in Cincinnati was bad. Black Friday just... So, basically, typically, Cyber Monday has steadily grown, as now it's one of the major shopping days of the year. I mean, come on, you got Amazon, you got eBay, you got all sorts of places to get stuff, okay? You got high-speed internet, not only at work, but at home now. Internet shopping has become a way of life here in America anymore. I mean, come on, you've been listening to me scream all summer long about no record stores, no poster stores, no this, no that, none of this in Great Falls. I looked over here, I looked over there, everything's on Amazon. Okay? Which is a shame. I crawl the pawn shops looking for records, secondhand stores, marketplace. Last place I'm going to go is Amazon. But man, it's like shopping online and everything that everybody's doing. It's like part of the American life. What do you do today? Oh, I was shopping. And that's evident by looking out the house window. And the day, if you spend 2 or 3 days at home during the week, the UPS, the FedEx guy, they're delivering shit all the time. First thing in the morning, last thing at the night, the truck's driving by, the dogs are barking, the trucks are... I mean, Jesus, practically anything you want can be bought online. It's just a tap on your tablet or your phone or a click of your mouse away. That's it. I'm telling you, back to vinyl records. How long did you guys have to listen to me going on and on and on about no records in town? And I'll still say it. People are like, what's the difference between Great Falls and other towns? Well, none of your stations play music that boomers would listen to. Who listens to boomer music? People that listen to the Doors, the Stones, the Beatles, Zeppelin, stuff like that. Okay? You don't have any record stores in Great Falls. Okay? You don't have any rock and roll. It's like you just cater to the base. Whatever the base wants, we're force-fed. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, and now, back to today. Today's Cyber Monday. But it started, though, with sales last week. If you look at Amazon, if you look at the major retailers online, and even Walmart and Target, they have online sales. Don't come to the store. Screw the store. Buy. Okay? So, I do know that consumers spent, Andy, is this right? $8 billion $8 billion last year was spent on Cyber Monday or Cyber Week. It's like cyber. It's like, isn't that ridiculous? No wonder I can't buy stuff in town, because it doesn't pay to have local. No, that's not true, because Missoula and Bozeman have these kind of stores. So I don't know. $8 billion. I mean, geez, man. And to think, when I was a kid, we didn't have Cyber Monday. Hell, we didn't even have computers. When I was a kid, we had 8 tracks and typewriters that when you used it, you type and you didn't know it, you'd be pounding. Remember that? When you didn't know how to type, you were in school, you bam, bam, bam. Your hands would be all bloody and fingers. We had 8 tracks and typewriters, and we liked it. Well, we did. We did. Not so much now. No. Thanksgiving weekend not only means Cyber Monday. I'm going to shop, Andy, sure. Actually, I've got a browser up right here in the corner with Amazon, and I'm looking at some cool rock and roll stuff. So it's Cyber Monday, and it's on sale. So yeah, let's go. Let's effing go shopping. I was trying to say not only Cyber Monday and Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, all part of Thanksgiving, but Rivalry weekend, the last week of the regular college football NCAA big boy season that's it. And we had number 2, Ohio State, going at it with number 3, Michigan, and that was your headline game this weekend. Everybody was picking. I watched all the game shows, all the early, ESPN Game Day, Fox Big Saturday. They're all picking. Desmond Howard, Charles Woodson, and me were the only people that were picking Michigan. Nobody gave them a chance. Yeah, Ohio State's too good. Go Blue. The Big Ten East title. And a trip to the Big Ten title game next Saturday. The game, as it's called, it wasn't really a lot of big turning, Edwards or Corum, 75-yard runs, or Ohio State, having, aerial attack. It was really kind of a grinded out slugfest, if you ask me. Blake Corum did finish with 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Michigan defense, that's what won the game for them. They did enough to beat the Buckeyes. Michigan won 30-24. It's the 3rd consecutive year that Michigan has beaten Ohio State. The defense, though, I said the defense. I mean, they limited Ohio State to 107 yards on the ground rushing. 3.8 stats tell me they had 3.8 yards a carry. Kyle McCord, he did have 270 yards passing, I will say that. But it looked better than J.J. McCarthy. But, and he threw two picks. And that included the Buckeyes were down by 6. Driving, 25 seconds left in the game. Guys flipping out. Cord throws the pick. Game's over. J.J. McCarthy had I don't know, man. He had a fairly good game. You know, he's the field general. He doesn't have to, he doesn't have to throw for 300 yards. We rushed for more in the last 27, 28 times. Whoever rushed for the most yardage won the game. We rushed for more. I thought it was nailed up, but I thought the turning point in the whole game, Ohio State tied it up in the third quarter. I think the turning point of the game was the fourth quarter, last drive that Michigan had. They scored, 6 out of their 7 last possessions. And the 7th one, they drove for 6 minutes off the clock. They gave Ohio State no time on the clock. It was a difference maker. It made them hurry up. The hurry up got him out of sync, got him getting out of sync, led to the interception. Like I said, it's the 3rd consecutive victory over Ohio State. Michigan is now the first Big Ten team ever to win 10 consecutive straight regular season games. Coach Ryan Day of the Buckeyes is now on the chopping block. And I can't help to remember. I mean, geez, Ryan Day looked like a deer stuck in the headlights. As soon as we started scoring, he looked like the game was over. He can't beat Michigan. He can't beat an interim 37-year-old fill-in substitute coach for Michigan. He looked just like he was beat before the game even started almost. I can't think about how it was when Michigan had Rich Rodriguez. Some of you remember Rich Rod. At the Michigan helm, and Rich Rod's going to go to, everybody's like, kill him. The best thing that Rich Rod had was shoelaces. I liked him. What was his name? Shoelaces. But I remember Rich Rod. Everybody, Michigan fans, were like, off with his head! Kill him! Kill the Frankenstein monster! Kill him! Ohio State's doing the same thing with Ryan Day. He's got to go. He's this, that. Not a good day for Ryan Day. I mean, when you sign up for Michigan or the Ohio State coaching job, you know what's in the contract. And there's a couple things. Beat your rivals. Beat your rivals. You've got to beat Michigan. Harbaugh, you heard me. I screamed and screamed. You got to beat Michigan State. You got to beat Ohio State. Don't hear me bitching anymore. He's taking care of what he's supposed to be doing. When you sign up for those universities, your job is, you're black and white. Ryan Day even said it in his press conference on Saturday. He said, you got to beat, that's what you got to do. Lost to Michigan 3 times, and what is he? 1 and 3? The only reason he's 1 and 3 is they played, yep. Had Urban's team, Urban's backing, Urban in his pocket, yep. You got to beat your rivals. And Ohio State didn't take care of business. Do I think they'll sneak in the back door of the college football playoff like they've done for a couple of years? And everybody's like, oh, it's a quality loss to Michigan. It's a quality loss. Quality loss to Michigan. Say what? No. Loss is a loss. I've said all year, this year especially, one loss, one and done. Maybe not, but we're going to see. Okay? Elsewhere during the rivalry weekend, Andy, there were just games everywhere. Yeah, number 4 Washington Huskies. They got all they could handle from Washington State Cougars. What could be the final apple cut with the realignment next year? Huskies quarterback Michael Phoenix Jr. had, I don't think he had a great night, okay? But he did have 2 touchdown throws and put Washington with a 24-21 win into the Pac-10 championship. The other team that is in the Pac-10 that's in the top 10 is Oregon, they crushed Oregon. They crushed the Beavers. Crushed the Oregon State Beavers. 37-7 on Friday night. Okay. Meanwhile, on rivalry weekend, Florida State, they were playing without injured quarterback that I told you about last week, that Jordan Travis got a gruesome injury. He's out for the year. He didn't play, but they had 3 rushing touchdowns. They leaned hard on, what's his name, Andy? Trey Benson. They beat the Gators 24-15. Georgia's number 1, but boy, they looked shaky against Georgia Tech. They won 31-23 going away in the fourth quarter, but they don't have their tight end. That's Brock. They don't have their tight end, Brock Bowers. And without Brock Bowers, we'll see. They play Alabama. Alabama just squeaked out at Auburn. And we had Texas also winning this weekend. So, next weekend determines who goes to the championship playoffs, the 4-team. This will be the last year that they do the 4-team seed. Next year it'll be 12. We have conference realignments, people going here, people going there, going from the Big 12 to the Pac-10, going Pac-12, going from the Pac-12 to the Big 10, going from the Big 10. They're going everywhere. Okay? So next weekend is it. We got the end. That's it. And that's the way it's going to be. So, the Power 5, that's where you're going to get. Now, I'm not saying that an independent isn't eligible, because if a Notre Dame was undefeated this year, they might be. Okay, but basically it's going to come from your Power 5. All of your Power 5 is pretty much ranked. Your Pac-12 is going to be Oregon and Washington on a neutral field. Your ACC, Atlantic Coast Conference, will be Louisville. They lost to Kentucky this weekend. They're going to play Florida State without Travis. That's right. Big Ten with Indianapolis will be Michigan and Iowa. Iowa's got be the third year in a row we've meted Iowa, and it's the third year in a row for Iowa to have 10 wins. So, okay. The SEC, the Southeastern Conference, is going to have Georgia, Alabama, and the Big 12. I know, I was surprised. Oklahoma State and Texas. Okay, now, my picks for the college playoffs. First of all, if you, Oklahoma and Ohio State, you did not make your conference championship, there's going to be 8 teams to pick from there. You're not going to squeeze in this year. My picks for the college playoffs are, I'm taking Georgia over Alabama. Georgia's in. I'm taking Michigan over Iowa. Michigan's in. I'm taking Oregon over Washington. Oregon's in. I'm taking Texas over Oklahoma State. Texas is in. My Final Four is Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Texas, in that order. My national championship, go blue, Michigan. Yep, I said it. They look good. They look good. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's beat up. It's a war of attrition when you get into the playoffs. And this late in the year, Georgia's got injuries. Texas has got injuries. Oregon's got injuries. Oh, Bo Nix looks good. Full freaking good. Man. Meanwhile, in the FBS, Montana's garnered. Montana Grizzlies have the second seed. Montana State has the 6th seed in the same bracket. It's conceivable that they could meet in the playoffs. Bobcats, I do believe, will have to get past San Diego State or South Dakota. I don't know. I think that the usual suspects are the teams to watch in the FBS, but just because I'm a Michigan homer, I'm going to have to go. It's the last year of this format. We might not have these rivalry games next year because of the realignment, and that's a shame that that's going to happen. So, over the holiday weekend, what else had Panani? We had turkey, we had cranberries, we had potatoes, mashed potatoes, we had rivalry games over there. What else? We had Black Sunday or Black Friday, small business Saturday, all over the weekend. 41 hostages that have been held in Gaza have been released. I know, all right. Under the terms of the Israeli-Hamas truce, total of over 50 hostages have been released over the 4-day ceasefire. So there's a ceasefire. They're like trading hostages and prisoners and whatever. I don't want to regroup. I hope that this leads to peace talks. Ukraine is, Russia's fighting with drones. There's stories of Russian troops not wanting to be in this anymore. It's going to be the second winter in the Ukraine. They're starting to gather conscription. We call that to draft. Kids, college students don't want to fight. Isn't that weird? How the old people declare the wars, and who fights the wars? The young people that don't want to fight the wars. And who do they pick on? They pick on women, children, and dogs and civilians in hospitals and schools. Do I have that right? That's old white men usually too, right? Putin, Putin, Biden ain't going to look at all of it. Old men start wars, sending their kids to go to other countries to kill the civilians and the women and children in hospitals. It's happening in Gaza. It's happening in Ukraine. It happened. The Taliban did it. It's happening all over the world. It's a powder keg. We need to get things under control. We need to get things right a little bit. Come on. Peace, love, and music. That's my solution, Andy. Now, before I go and do the whole spay and neuter and adopt and don't shop and the foster and the rescue and it's all nice, this is the worst time of the year that could possibly be for dogs and cats. As the shelters reach their capacity as heartless, and that's the only way to put it, heartless pet owners, heartless people, gutless, heartless people, trade in their 4 or 5 year old family member for the new and improved puppy over the holidays. And you know what? I'll be rescuing that new puppy you get next Christmas. It's this time of the year. It disturbs me what people do. And when you abandon your dog or your cat in the shelter, you know what they do, right? They sit there and they wait for you to come back because their life in their home was all they do. And for some reason, during the holidays, you need to trade it in. So we need to spay and neuter. We need to stop that from happening. We need to adopt and not shop, especially this time of year. You need to rescue. You need to foster. You need to be aware of your surroundings because right now, people are dropping animals off all over the place. Just the other night in Great Falls, I saw a post on Facebook where a lady was in a laundromat next to a park, witnessed a car drive up, the person opened the door, they let their dog out, and they drove away. Right here in Great Falls, the lady at the laundromat stepped in, rescued. I never knew what became of the story, but that's the kind of things that happen during the holidays. So, spay and neuter, adopt, don't shop. Have a great Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday! Cyber Monday, Cyber Monday! See y'all next week. Don't drain your bank account today. Okay? Amazon can do fucking without that. Andy, we're out of here. We're out of here. Till next week, see you later.